Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab in the wee hours of the morning. I hear the birds chirping, the sun ain't even up yet. This is my time where I do what I do for you. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message, message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. We got a good thing going. I appreciate you. Let's do what we do. Right Thinkers mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinkers way of life, and that's what it is. Through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment. And that's what you're looking for, aka know thyself. We all should be looking for that. And if you're a right thinker, my mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal should be to know thyself. So I ask the question, do you know you? And if it's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. Help you to know you. So a person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and thinks that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. Why? I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. We done closed up the lesson 2. We head into lesson 3. Ooh, this is about to get good. Title is How to Understand the Cosmiconomythograph of the Tree of Life. And guess what? The philosophy of the theology of the Tree of Life. Hopefully I can break it down, simplify it so you can understand it. So as we go forward, you'll be right on point in what we're doing and how it's going. So again, let's rock. If you're looking for the outer manifestation of a myth, and these are stories, and engage in the serious, excuse me, if we look beyond the outer manifestation, that's the exoteric, that's just the facade, the front part, okay, of the myth, and engage in serious, in-depth mythology, what happened? The study of myths, something most people are not usually willing to do. Study, put in some due diligence, get the understanding for yourself. Everybody don't only get esoteric stuff. Everybody really want to know the truth. I'm an esoteric teacher, a subliminal teacher. Why? I teach the hidden meaning of things so that you can know the truth. The truth is in the hidden meaning. That's why I try to teach that. Now, speaking of exoteric and esoteric, let's go. Now, most people aren't not usually willing to do what? Even though a myth is what? The surface, aka exoteric, EX. X meaning out, outside. EXOTERIC. That's the esoteric aspect of religion. That's just the top part. The basics. Okay? Sorry. We discovered a higher philosophical perspective. That's what I mean. Now, this is where I'm at. A higher philosophical perspective. That's the esoteric teachings that I'm going to give you, the hidden meanings. Watch this. And also, it's a way to relate ourselves to what? The characters of the myth. Again, the god and goddesses, we got to emulate them, learn about them, understand them, become them. That's the whole concept. So it's not nobody you can believe in for real, the little person. No, it's a myth that you can understand the story, put yourself in understanding, and use the philosophical concept that they're trying to teach. Myth is a way of teaching, okay? And thereby, what happened? You will now discover the what? The same mysteries that our ancient practitioners discovered, and you will find what? The same power that they found. within you. They knew that. They taught that. They lived that. They professed it. That's all I'm trying to get you to understand. Why you solving for this nonsense that don't do nothing for you? What I got, I know works. Why? Our ancestors use it, and I've been practicing it for over 30 years. I know it worked. Moving on. And many times, what? When people look at the Kemetic religion as a religion, by definition, religion is to relink you back to what? I'm taking you back to our ancestral concept. And they wasn't religious, they lived it. It was a way of life for them. And our Kemetic religion, or what they call African religion in general, or the Indian concept, etc. Why? They see lots of gods and goddesses, but they don't see them for what they really are. That's what I'm coming at right now. They're aspects that's of your personality that you can acquire, manifest, and show is true. I don't need to fabricate some human being to tell you this was him. And that not teaching. That's brainwashing. Moving on. So the God and goddesses are aspects, and some people, as our prideful and ignorant Westerners, okay, think they have what? A real and advanced religion. This might take a while. If you tell me that you're going to tell me that God came down in the flesh as Jesus Christ to die for our sins, you're not talking to a kid. You're talking to an educated young man. Not young no more, but I have knowledge. So I don't have to be told something. I have to just believe it because you're telling me. I have facts. I have proof. I got our ancient ancestors' concepts and views. I don't need yours. Respectfully, I will go to church today and fellowship with my Christian family. I love them. I got religious friends and family. I respect them. I just don't practice what their philosophy of life is. I have mine. They don't practice mine. Why I gotta practice theirs? And I'm not. You don't have to practice mine. But that's how I feel at this point. I'm tired of being compared. I ain't in a competition. I serve God my way. You can do it any way you choose to. They think they got an advanced religion. Ain't no such thing, first of all. And in the form, watch this, y'all form of advanced religion in the form of, you ready? Judaism. You ready? Or Islam. I ain't going there. Or Zoroastrianism. Or you got the favorite, Christianity. These are all your supposedly advanced religions. Okay? From the Western civilization. Why? Because it is, you know what? Because it's supposedly monotheistic. One God. I tell you every day, all time, everything's on the one. We know there but one God, but y'all want to make y'all own God. Y'all going to humanize God. He said, I'm a jealous God. God would never say that. But the other guy who y'all believe, who y'all serving, which is not God, I got that for you too, but this ain't that lesson. My lesson to get my people to understand, I teach philosophical concepts. My God and goddesses are only aspects of your personality. They're not real people. I ain't telling you they are. I ain't trying to get you to think they are. I want you to understand the philosophical concept. I teach a concept, philosophy. And watch this, because they think they're monotheistic, and it is supposedly based on, you ready for this? A real God that supposedly exists up in heaven and interact with people as a specific point in history, while the religions of others are, by comparison, only mere speculations, myths in the sense of what? Fake or at least incorrect religious practice. Put a pin right there. We're about to discuss this concept. Because if you tell me the Bible, the Quran, whatever book you read, Torah, is the real God, you got the, I don't know where to start. I'm lost for words. These are the problem. This is the problem. Each one of those concepts, what they God and real, that is the problem. If y'all monotheistic, it should just be one God. Y'all want to make that one God yours. Mine's is the most high. That's the most ignorant, asinine thing that I could never come up with. And I'm watching y'all profess this time after time again, but saying everybody else's stuff is wrong. Everybody's got fictitious. I have a problem when you start casting aspersions. When you live in a glass house too, I got rocks, I got boulders, I got truth. How about that? So leave it there. So watch this. This is, of course, a limited view, but also an erroneous, again, understanding based on what? I keep telling you, the misinterpretation of even their own religious concepts. Y'all don't even know what y'all talking about. Sorry. They don't realize that contained under the surface appearance of many gods and goddesses, there is, you ready for this? Science. Oh, there's science is yes. Hello. This is not a belief system. This is a science philosophical theology. We're going to get to that next system of knowledge and philosophy that you can manifest. Not just believe in. You can believe what you want. You ain't get nothing out of that. So there is a science, the sacred science. How about that? Sacred means secret. They hid it. They kept it hidden. Why? It wasn't for everybody. And watch this. The theurgy. There we go. That's my word. Theurgy. The first part is theo, and that means related to divinity, aka gods. And urgy, urgy. What that mean? It means science. Did you know that? God, if you didn't know something, and I just gave you something, I just enlightened you. Now, what you do with that enlightenment, I could care less. I just gave you something you didn't have. I told you I'm here to do that. If you want to argue, hoop, and confer, and critique, and criticize, I'm not here for that. But the science, and the science, I can tell you, the heart is spelled, the heart conscious is spelled CONSCIENCE for a reason. It's been scientifically proven. It's not a belief. That's not a mythology. That's a fact. The science of the god and goddesses, again, what it does, it elevates our what? Consciousness to be like them mentally, to understand and interpret and manifest for ourselves. That's what right think is based on. And by showing us what? The intricacies and the aspects right there of the Neteru. That concept right there, when I talk to AI, asked about religion, it says Maya philosophical concepts are true. What they said about the Christian theologies, and it said this is this, so there's no empirical facts or proof to anything y'all say. Nothing. But you still perpetrate it. You still professing it with no substantial empirical 100% proof. Sorry about that, but I'm so annoyed with this philosophy that y'all, this nonsense y'all keep throwing up at me. I'm like, I'm not in competition. I'm just teaching the philosophy that I know works. I'm not badgering yours, but you keep beating on mine. Again, your glass house, I got boulders too, and my boulders are of truth, not a bunch of belief and superstitious nonsense that you just want me to believe God came and took somebody up to heaven, somebody sitting on the right hand of the Father. Come on, man. Sorry, I'm getting all out of control. Sorry, I got to calm myself down. Yeah, I'm so annoyed with that. And it's only aspects of the Neteru and the god and goddesses and what they represent. And if we begin to what? Understand. I started the lesson out with how to understand the Cosmiconomythograph. You need to be able to understand these are theological, mythological, philosophical concepts that you can manifest once you learn and understand them and master them. Hope I'm getting my point across because I'm sitting here fuming. I'm trying to give a lesson and trying to break it down so it's understood. I also keep getting this nonsense that I got to go through it because if you think I'm Christian, I'm Jew, I'm Muslim, I don't care. Again, see, that annoys me. That really gets in me. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, living amongst a bunch of ignorant people who don't know who they are but swear they do. So that's the bad part about it. Not knowing and believing they do. Those are the ones you have to avoid. I'm here with a bunch. I can't get away from y'all, so I try to enlighten you the best I can. But I don't like to you cast aspersions on what you don't know about what it is I do or profess. I live it, I show you, so I ain't got to worry about, well, what is it? Don't you see it every day? I forgot everybody don't tune in. Some y'all pick topics. My man said, I tuned in thinking I'm gonna get a spiritual lesson. I get a rant. I told you before I started the lesson, it was a rant. Now I'm getting a lesson. This is the lesson you should be getting up on if you want to look at a book and search somebody. No, calm down. Calm down. Yeah, see, I got to talk to myself. But back to the lesson. Where was I? I don't even remember. So you got this, okay, and what they represent, and we will begin to, we have to begin to understand what they represent. Then what? We will be able, you ready, to master those cosmic forces and their aspects of your personality. In other words, understand creation itself. How many of us have a clue about creation? Oh, in the beginning, God did this. Do you really understand that? No, they're just what they told you. That's what you believe. So you don't have a clue. Again, in order to realize that there is a deeper aspect to what y'all call religion, we need to do what the ancient Egyptians called, you ready? Ab. This is why I follow a philosophy that I can manifest for myself. It's 10,000 years old and it still works. Ab is purifying the heart. How do you do that? To purify ourselves first, purification, you ready? Are done through practice. Yeah, Mayat. That's the practice that purifies the heart. Well, how Mayat can purify the heart? See, again, misunderstanding, misinterpretation, and wait for me to give you some fairy tale story. No, you got to put the work in. How about that? And it's about a fairy tale. It's what's real. Mayat, righteous action. That's the first thing. Divine concepts and thoughts. You have to think, eat, drink, and be what? Righteous. Not holy and sanctified and all that nonsense. I am righteous. Why? I do the right thing for the right reason. That's righteous. I'm virtuous because I keep my integrity intact. I'm not going to subject myself to put myself in a bad position where I'll be embarrassed. My mother told me, father told me, don't embarrass yourself. Maintain and act like you got some sense. I'm about to embarrass myself now because I'm about to freak out. So I got to use my parents' advice and calm myself down. If you can't calm yourself down, you're going to have problems. Because that means somebody else got to come. You might not be in a position where somebody can come. So you got to be in control of you. That's self-mastery. These are lessons. I'm trying to get them across. And we're dealing with Mayat. It starts with righteous action. And then you have three aspects of actions that Mayat profess. This is what I live right here. Your thoughts, your words, and your deeds. Think right, speak right, and act right. I could drop the pen right there, but I got more to go on. So I'm really getting to understand. I'm raring right now. I'm cooking right now. Why? Because this is what I call teaching. I'm making a point. I'm hoping you're getting the point. My point is to express a point that you can understand and get a perspective that will work for you. Not cause you just want this brother talk that nonsense. I don't want to hear that. I ain't about that. I've got proof. Watch this. Those three things. Then it is important to study. I'm surrounded by books. I get excited, with passion for doing what I do. But when you live in it, you're even more passionate. Why? Because you got proof. I don't need you to believe me. I don't need, no, I got proof. I'm here doing this 5 years going, one every day at least, sometimes 2 or 3. But these are just lessons. Some like it, some don't. I don't care, but that's what I do for you. I'm doing it for me. Now, those 3 things are important in studying the religion beyond what? The exoteric limits and stages of the myth and the ritual, meaning you got to dig deep. You got to go inside yourself. Somebody told me, man, listen. Sorry about that. This is what I do. I teach it to you. You can do it too. So don't brag at me what I'm doing, I'm not doing. You don't have a clue, obviously. So moving on. But these are things as right thinkers, this is what you hold yourself accountable to do. Practice the Maya philosophy. You think right, you talk right, and you do right. That's all for the right reasons. You can practice that. You can make that happen for yourself. Don't need to be a Christian for that. Don't need to be a Muslim for that. But all y'all do the same thing. Okay? Y'all come back to me one way or another. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I could care less about your religion. Why? The boomerang is coming back here. Why? This is where it started. I know that about what I teach, what I profess, what I live. I gotta calm down. So I'm gonna stop this lesson right here. Why? Because I'm getting a little overheated and I got to acquiesce to my situation for myself and for my followers to see this is real. I'm serious about what I do. So in closing, right thinkers, take a break. Get myself together. I'll be back. But in closing, may you all live to be 100 and me 100 minus today. So I never know that my right thinkers have passed away. I'll be right back.